DJ, thank you. Give us the must anthem. Give us the must anthem. I think DJ, you not take back your balance. Let's have the anthem, DJ. Thank you, DJ. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, those were the anthems. You can take up your seats. Yes, I hope that's the candidate coming in. I hope that's the NLM flag bearer, Ssebyatika Henry, coming for the hot seat. And I think it would be fair if we can give him only 1 minute to come and take on his seat. Ssebyatika Henry, you are late. Please kindly come and take on your seat. Ssebyatika Henry, please walk straight to your seat. Ssebyatika Henry, please. DJ, slow down, DJ. DJ. Yes, that's the NLM camp. DJ. Yes, that's the NLM camp that we've been waiting for. And as I speak now, the candidate is taking on his seat. The candidate is taking on his seat. And that's Ssebyatika Henry. Thank you so much for coming. We've been waiting for you for this day. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't have much to say anymore. Only that I need to thank these candidates for complying to the call. Thank you so much. And may God bless you, and I do wish you all the best in this election. At this moment, let's listen to one another. Yes, let me hand over the microphone to the leader of the moderators to take on. Thank you so much.
Thank you. A must hoye. A must hoye. A must hoye. Ra! Cha! Hey, 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 hey! Okay. Candidates, please attend to your supporters. Candidates, attend to your supporters. Candidates, please attend to your supporters. Thank you. Guarantee must intellectuals. My name is Ubukenya Hakim. I'm the administrative secretary of Mass Peer Project, a senior peer educator, but most importantly, a former aspirant of a guild presidential position in Mbarara University of Science and Technology. Before I begin, I would like to introduce the judges of the day. I would like to introduce to you Mr. Tamale Denson, a senior peer educator since 2014. Some of you are not yet born. A trainer of trainers in peer education and is our chief modulator today. I would also like to introduce to you a 1 in a million lady, the champion of the Ultimate University Quiz Season 1, a master's student and an intellectual. Those will be our judges. On behalf of the Mass Peer Project, it is both a honor and strategic necessity to welcome you to this pivotal hot seat. This is not a theatrics platform, but rather a platform for intellectual ideas, void of noise, but rather facts. And we are going to discuss the crucial issues that affect the students of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. We shall discuss the sexual and reproductive health and rights of the students of this mighty university. We therefore believe that any aspiring guild leader worth their name must be bold enough to speak about these issues. Without wasting any time, I would like to welcome the candidates, first of all, and to thank you for the commitment. I know what it means, and I want to encourage you. And for the students, it takes courage to sit in this seat. So therefore, no matter the results, please respect them. At this juncture, I would like to welcome the chief moderator to tell us what the ground rules will be. We have already wasted a lot of time. We shall have strictly 1 hour, strictly 1 hour. So let me call upon Mr. Tamale to summarize the rules of the day. It's okay.
Okay, let's get to business. Candidates, listen carefully, because we shall not repeat these things, but we shall just apply exactly what we have agreed upon. And the audience as well, we ask you to listen to your candidates such that they are able to articulate their issues as far as sexual reproductive health and rights in Mbarara University are concerned. Each candidate shall be given 5 minutes to introduce themselves. 5 minutes strictly. Introduce yourself and talk about whatever you want within 5 minutes. 2, we shall have 3 rounds of questions. And 3 questions from the audience for each candidate. 3 rounds of questions and then 3 questions from the audience to each candidate. In the first round, candidates of questions, you'll have random questions which you'll come and pick from here as you'll be guided by one of the moderators. And then any question you'll select is what shall be given to you to respond. Each candidate shall respond to that question within a maximum of 4 minutes. 4 minutes. In the second round, you'll have an activity which shall take you through, for which you'll only take 1 minute. And then third round shall also come at that time, okay? And then finally, we shall have also a fifth round where you'll have a rebuttal of questions and interjecting whatever the other one is speaking, such that you are able to assess each other's manifesto regarding SRHR. Okay? Are we clear? Okay. Meanwhile, you need to find your campaign organizers to control your audience such that you are able to be heard as you put your issues across. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tamale. At this juncture, I have been informed that in our presence we have some of our former guild presidents. We have Mr. Mujen Justus. Please, can I have Ronnie? Ronnie? We have the presence of our former guild president, Mujen Justus. Please, can you be guided, take a seat? In our presence, we also have one of our former guild presidents, who is Chiemba Musa. Please, our former guild presidents who respect you, come and be part of us. At this juncture, let me hand over the microphone.
Thank you all for coming. As you've been informed, we're having 3 rounds, and in the first round, we're having 2 categories. So I'm going to request the candidates to come up front here. I'm requesting the candidates to please step forward as you do the selection on who is going to speak first in the introductions. Thank you. Please, the candidates, may you please control your audience. We need to get clear. So on the papers, you've chosen their numbers. Number 1 will be the first one to introduce himself, given 5 minutes, and then number 2 will follow.
Good evening to everyone. My name is Ssebyatika Henry, a student at Mbarara University of Science and Technology, pursuing a Bachelor's of Science in Education, Physics, Math. I am in my year 2. I happen to be the outgoing GR Assistant BS. I am the outgoing Minister of Education and Professional Affairs. I happen to be the Vice President of Equity Leaders Program that was brought for helping business students to get internship from the bank. I happen to be the representative of science teachers on the executive of Bankosa. That is a culture association that brings up together the Baganda. Well, I happen to be the NRM flag bearer the official NRM flag bearer, and I happen to be a guild president aspirant. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being brief. You still had 3 minutes if you have anything else to say. If you don't, thank you. Let's welcome the next candidate, please.
Emastoy, Egil Presidentoy, Egil Presidentoy, Ewiningoy, Ewiningoy, a losing Z, NRM Z, Ra, Cha. Hello. Yes, good evening, Masterians. Allow me to appreciate you all for being here this evening. I am Ariho Rwabuturumba, a fourth-year student of medicine and surgery at MUST. I am a peer educator, a proud one, and I am here today to talk about an issue I am very well conversant with. I am a very passionate sexual and reproductive health rights activist. I have taken a number of outreach programs to different areas in Uganda. We have been to Karamoja as part of Federation of Uganda Medical Students Association. We have been to Bukedea. We have been to Rampara. We have been to a number of places, including Kalangala, trying to take these services, these outreach services, to trying to educate the masses and the community people about their sexual and reproductive health rights. I have been part of a UNESCO program regarding sexual and reproductive health rights, and I can proudly tell you that this very evening, I am very conversant with the topic I am here to discuss. Now, while you listen to me, I want to remind you that Ariho Rwabuturumba, a certified leader, a certified SRHR activist, who was part of the last undergraduate program trying to promote SRHR in MUST, which was called Happy Twitter. Allow me to remind you that he is here today as a true leader, as a person who is going to be passionate about sexual and reproductive health in MUST. Allow me to assure you that the times of our SRHR issues being ignored is over. Thank you so much, Masterians. Listen carefully today, because they are going to try to stop you from listening. But make your ears as open as possible. Thank you so much. True leadership is coming.
Thank you so much, the candidates. Emastoye! Emastoye! Ra! Cha! Okay, so as we proceed, we are going to give the candidates papers and they will select the numbers on the papers. The numbers will determine the questions that will be asked for each candidate. I want to assure you the selection is random. May I request one of the moderators to please give the candidates papers to select from? Thank you.
I'll request the candidates to please step forward and do another selection on the numbers that will be done. The letter that is on the paper will be the question that you'll be requested to attempt. I need to know the number you've chosen.
Hello, hello. Henry for Guild and the Ariho and Ariho supporters. Thank you for the support. Who has picked A? Who has picked A? Okay. This is the first question to the NOOP candidate regarding SRHR. Please step to the podium. What initiatives would you implement to empower students with SRHR knowledge? Is it clear? Thank you. You can start. You have 3 minutes.
Yes, thank you so much, moderator. Good evening once again, Masterians. So the question says, what initiatives would I implement to empower students with SRHR knowledge? Now, allow me to start by saying that first of all, we have a number of structures in this university which are responsible for empowering students with SRHR knowledge. To begin with, we have the Must Peer Project, which proudly is the host of this very important event this evening. Must Peer Project, for those who do not know, is a more than 15-year-old project in our university, which was created to enable student leaders and student communities to get in touch with their peers, age mates, in order to be able to share knowledge concerning SRHR. Mass Peer Project goes ahead to train young people with this knowledge, to equip them with this knowledge, so that they can easily share it across and among their colleagues. Now, unfortunately, this project or this group of leaders do not have enough support. We used to have, there was a time when this project was sponsored by a university in Netherlands, and there was enough funding, if I might say. Now, unfortunately, that contract came to an end, and MPP no longer has enough funds to be able to make as many outreaches as possible. For your information, MPP is supposed to hold outreaches every Saturday, but I believe many of you have not been reached in your homes. So, as a guild president, first of all, I am going to collaborate with MPP. We lobby a number of funders. I am a researcher, by the way, and of course, to do research, you have to seek funding. And if I can seek funding for research, then surely I can seek funding and partners to come and equip our students with SRHR knowledge. Now, since that contract expired, we are going to look for another partnership to be able to fund our MassPeer project in order to take this knowledge, SRHR knowledge, to as many mass students as possible. Allow me to proudly say, that currently there is some work being done by MassPeer project. Those who move around the halls of residence especially can see some boxes with some condoms. That is a MassPeer project activity, and I applaud MPP for that. Now, unfortunately, these are the pink condoms, pink government of Uganda condoms, which are free. I think as a guild leadership, we can partner with a number of stakeholders, for example, UPDF, and bring more acceptable condom brands with MPP. Now, finally, we have Mass Students Guild communication channels, including Twitter handle or an X handle, which is official and always passes very important information for mass students. Now we are going to create a dedicated day in a week, probably a Thursday, where we shall be sharing strictly SRHR information each and every week. Because this information is going to be guided by experts, because we have a number of experts in this university. So we are going to partner with them, bring them on board. They share information, they simplify it and make it as simple as possible. We share it on our social media handles, and we make sure it reaches as many Masterians as possible. Yeah? And we are not going to stop at that. We have notice boards in the university. We are going to make simple posters with as much information as they can and pin them around the university. Because like it or not, we have to accept that university students
Thank you.
are youth and they are sexually active. So
Thank
we
you.
must make this information available to them. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Liko. Again, thank you so much for articulating your initiatives to implement and empower students with SRHR knowledge. We turn to the NRM candidate. You chose question B, and question B goes, how, please step to the podium. Thank you. How would you, listen carefully, how would you ensure that students at campus receive comprehensive and accurate SRHR information? Is it clear? How would you ensure that students at campus receive comprehensive and accurate SRHR information? Is the question clear? You have 4 minutes, just one extra time, we shall warn you.
Okay, the question was how would I ensure that students at campus receive information about SHR, right? Well, uh, first of all, as a guild president, as the next guild president, my plans for communication, because we realize that we have been having communication gaps between the administration and the students. So, in line of SHR information, I am planning to have some platforms whereby some information can be linked, can be uploaded, and at least we have the information reaching out to students. You realize that this information, actually very many people here, they are not even aware that mass peer project exists. But then, if we also make a mobilization and sensitization of these students so that they can get this information, the first-hand information from the mass peer project, I think it will be a good initiative. Then, also another thing, for information, we need to create maybe a site whereby stigma-free information can be accessed. We realize that the problem we have as Masterians, we face a problem called stigmatization. But then, we are saying, as Masterians, if we can, through maybe the Minister of Information and Technology, if we can upload this information, we have social media platforms, very many of them, and if we can upload this information, yes, if we can upload this information so that people get from our social media platforms as a guild, this is how best we can help information to reach out to students. Then, also another thing, as Mass Peer Project is doing its outreach, people should be sensitized within their residential areas. You realize these people at some point they make rallies to move around as they are spreading, they are making their outreaches. But then we end up, some people miss out the information because they are not aware on which day these people are coming. But if we could mobilize these people so that they are aware of what is going to be the day of the day these people are going to reach out to them, I think it will be a clear representation of information reaching to students. Well, I'll beg my fellow Masterians to behave as we are continuing with this debate so that it can be good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ssebyatika. A must oye! A must oye! A must oye! Okay, so to the candidates, this debate is not a win or lose. This debate is a win-win. So I want to request the candidates, you have a life after this debate. You are articulating matters that are going to sell you to the national level. This debate is being recorded. Can you please talk to your supporters to give you audience, to show the world what you're capable of? I'll give you 30 seconds if you can do that. So thank you very much. It is very prudent to realize that if you cannot control a group of 20 people, then you're targeting to control the entire university. For that case, therefore, I request that we continue with a set of questions. So, each candidate was given a paper to pick from. To the students' world, please don't worry about the noise. We shall have the recordings. To the candidates, this is your chance to expose yourself to the world. Use it as you may wish. Can I kindly find out which candidate has picked letter C? Okay. So candidate Lucky is going first in this round of questions. Thank you. Can you kindly get to the podium?
You have 5 minutes to answer this question. Suggest health services available at MUST to enhance students' well-being and propose any new ones. You have 5 minutes.
Pardon?
Suggest health services available at MUST to enhance students' well-being and propose any new ones.
Good evening once again, Masterians. Yes, the question says, suggest health services available at MUST and suggest new ones. Pardon me on the question once again.
Suggest health services available at MUST to enhance students' well-being and propose any new ones.
Thank you so much, moderator. First of all, I believe and I think the only health services available at MUST is a dysfunctional university clinic, both at town campus, which is right behind us, and it's visibly not working right now, and another one at Rwabuturumba campus, which is at the Gents flat, which Gents flat is accessible to only very few students. Now, the other possible health services available for MUST students are the ones in the Mbarara Regional Referral Hospital, which unfortunately many students are forced to pay for. Again, which is in a very thieving way, because that is supposed to be a public hospital. Now, unfortunately, allow me to highlight that part of the problem is because of the structural and institutional failures of our current government of Uganda. But that is not why I'm here. I am here to talk about MUST. Now, our leadership has to first of all recognize that our university clinic, which is right behind us, has a fully paid university physician who is paid a good salary year in fact, month in, month out. But unfortunately, I believe not a son who is paid by students' functional fees. This is a person who is paid by taxpayers' money. Why do they have to be seated wherever they are seated, not doing their job, the job they are supposed to do? Now, we are going to advocate that either that man sits in that clinic as he is supposed to do, or he gets sacked and we employ another university physician. Because the time of dilly-dallying and coughing is over. We must have the employees of our university doing the jobs they are supposed to do. Now, allow me to also take your attention to the university clinic in Chihumuro. For your information, very few students use that clinic because very few students stay in Gents flat compared to the population at Chihumuro. Now we are going to first of all shift it so that during day it is at either first or FCI building, and then at night it can go back to the residential area. But that won't be enough if that clinic and this very clinic are not facilitated. Having the clinics is not enough if they do not have drugs. Why should a student go there to get basic medication and fail to find it? We are going to begin by partnering with the hospital to bring at least the accessible drugs in the hospital to also be accessible here. But that is not enough. Our students need access to specialized medication and health services. For your information, almost 60% of the specialized staff in that hospital are employees of this university. So, in our regime, every student of mass should be able to access quality specialized healthcare services from the regional referral hospital by just presenting their student ID. Now, we are not going to do that alone. We shall bring the hospital down, sit them down, make a contract. Because they've been making a contract with the university, we now need a contract with the Students' Guild. So that when students go there, they are welcomed. Yeah? They don't have, in order for them not to have to first go get a third-year medical student, a fifth-year medical student, to get them access to these services. Yes. Now, besides that, we want to bring specialized or targeted SRHR health services. Because you can bear me witness that all of us here, every time we get sexual health issues, these are very sensitive. And many of us students usually have an issue of privacy. And we would like to keep these issues as private as possible. I believe and I know that some of you, when you're sending maybe someone to, when you want to buy some medication for a certain illness, especially as far as SRHR is concerned, you end up sending a friend. So we want to put a targeted physician at the university clinic to cater for SRHR services. But allow me to also make you aware that there is a clinic in the hospital aware for that. We shall partner with them and MPP to make them more accessible. Thank you so much.
Next candidate, please step up. Please let's keep the silence. What measures would you propose or suggest or put in place to respond to sexual harassment or gender-based violence at MUST? What measures would you propose or suggest that will be put in place to respond to sexual harassment or gender-based violence at MUST? You have 5 minutes, and the time starts now.
Well, the question was saying that what measures will I put in place against sexual harassment and gender-based violence, right? Well, as a person, as a guilty president, I promise students of MAST that I will push and advocate for a functioning and a transparent sexual harassment policy. This is a policy that will be made, that a policy that is going to make sure that at least there is some order that is followed when these people are making what the issue is about a policy, sexual harassment policy and sexual harassment policy, whereby our students can be protected fully. And also, there is need to set up an anonymous reporting system, whereby you realize that students, they don't find it easy to report such cases in case they are harassed. But I am saying we should put an anonymous reporting system, whereby a student is free to come and report. Realize this thing happens to be more in some faculties that even lecturers are included in this. But then some people fear to report, to come and report to the people, to the people that are concerned. And even some people don't know who are responsible for this. Where should I report? So, for sexual harassment, I am saying we should create that system whereby a person who has been harassed can easily come and report the case. And maybe with that those people fear, because the lecturers, they believe that maybe at some point those lecturers can come and maybe destroy their academic journey. So, as a guilty president, these people should be protected. The victims should be protected. They should be given full support, because after realizing that they are victims, some people are depressed. They remain even in their hostels. They don't even attend classes. They have nowhere to report, but because they don't have where to report, they end up remaining in their hostels. So, to support them, we shall make sure that at least we get some talks with them. We have a university counselor that can talk to these people, and at least their well-being is secured. So, as a guilty president, I'll make sure, just like I've stated, that a sexual harassment policy is signed, and we push for that, and also creating an anonymous communication, anonymous reporting system. Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, the candidates. To the students' body, you realize we have very brilliant ideas. How I wish you would allow the candidates to say the ideas to the world. Okay. At this juncture, we are going to the next activity. This is going to be a practical activity. We are discussing sexual. Thank you so much. We are discussing SRHR issues. So we are going to give an activity to our candidates to see how they will deal with that. So I request the candidates to please step forward. This is going to be a practical activity. We shall give them so you can bring the bottles, you can bring the condoms. So I request the modulators, our chief modulator, please hand a bottle of an empty soda to each of the candidates. I request the next modulator to please hand over the equipment in your hands to the candidates. Thank you so much. the timer. Thank you so much. I request with the timer set, please, in 1 minute, can to the students' body. One of the best ways to control HIV is by using protection, right? I would like each of the candidates to teach us how we can use a condom. 1 minute. Please, the candidates, can you start? You have 1 minute. The timer has started. Thank you so much. Your time is done. May I request the candidates please wash your hands? It's okay. Thank you so much. So we are going to have the next round of questions. To the students' body. Emastoye! Emastoye! Ya! Ra! Cha! Ya! Ta! 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 Thank you so much. Thank you so much. To the master students, the next round of questions is a scenario question. I kindly request that let us listen to the scenario. Masoe! Ra! Cha! Ah! Let us please listen to the scenarios that we are going to give our students. You can just create some. May I request the candidates please pick their numbers accordingly? Candidates, please. Thank you so much. The numbers that the candidates have picked, they're actually not numbers but letters A and B that will inform the scenario that will be presented to the candidates. May I request the moderator please to read the scenarios for the students' body? Thank you.
Who has picked A? Please step to the podium. It is a scenario, so be careful and well. A first-year student, a first-year female student residing in a university hall visits her third-year boyfriend. after exams to say goodbye before the holidays. She asks to spend the night as she prepares for her journey home the following day. During the night, the boyfriend initiates sex, which she declines, but he persists and succeeds. From an SRHR perspective, what rights are being violated in the scenario? And if they are, how would you, as a guild president of MAST, address such an issue if they are there? Thank you. Is it clear?
Well, from the scenario, what I've heard, when a year one student is visiting the year three student, you can to visit the student at home, and then, unfortunately, the person used maybe another trick to get what he wanted. But from what I know, this person had sex that I believe was first sex. So there was no choice made by this girl of year one. Yeah, the girl was left with no option than just to surrender. And as the guild president, I am saying, yeah, so the fact that the man persisted and succeeded, I believe this girl was left with no option rather than to surrender, because you realize it was very late night, and this guy persisted to have sex with the person. From the rules of SRHR, I believe there was no right choice for that activity to take place. The person wasn't left with the right to at least decide on his own. So I call that first sex. And as a guild president, I truly believe that in such circumstances, the best way we can do is we need to sensitize the girl child. If you are moving to a room of a boy, at least make sure you move with a friend, not just going there as a person alone. You move with a friend, because if this person had moved to this room maybe with a friend, you realize that couldn't happen. And then, as a girl child, why would you visit a boy? I mean, okay, we understand maybe you visited and maybe time has caught you up. Why would you visit a friend, which is a boy actually, and you realize this person is also a human being? So, actively, when it comes to the sexual life. So I am saying, as a guild president, we shall sensitize, make sure that these people.
May I request the students please to leave the podium? Please continue.
Yeah, so I was saying, sensitization needs to be done to the girl child, so that they need to know. You don't need to go and visit the boy late at night if you know this person is sexually active. Then, boys have very many tricks. At some point, they will force you. They will get ways of, having sex with you, either forcefully or whether you like it. But I am saying, these people should be aware of them so that they don't fall a victim. Well, so as a guild president, sensitization through different talks, healthy talks from the Mass Peer Project, we shall make sure that these people sensitize girls, because some girls are not even well equipped, they are not informed about the consequences of visiting a man. But I am saying, as a guild president, we should tell them, these girls, are like, they should be aware that if you visit a boy and he's sexually active, he will at some point drive you to that act, whether you like it or not. So basically, that's what I can talk about this. Yeah, and I can assure you, I can affirm that this happens. It has been happening, and some people just keep quiet. So we need also to create places or maybe officers where these people can go and report such scenarios. You realize that it started on a friendly basis, but then it ended up on a forced basis. So we are saying we should create some office where these people should go and report after this happening, and these people should be called. They shouldn't be taken maybe in laws, but they should be at least guided as students. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. The heat is, the fire is burning. Can we please extend? You're suffocating my judges. Please kindly extend. Emastoye! Emastoye! Can I have the next question? Yeah? Tear it out. Can I request the next candidate please step forward? So we shall go and read the scenario and then give you the scenario so that you can be able to answer. Yep. I read?
We need to read it.
Yes.
Then you give him the
Okay, I read?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Okay. Here is the question, which is in form of our scenario. A female student frequently visits her boyfriend, often accompanied by her best friend. Over time, the best friend develops feelings for the boyfriend and eventually engages in a sexual relationship with him, but without the other girl's knowledge. She later discovers that she is pregnant, and feeling overwhelmed by shame, fear of judgment, and lack of support, she begins to consider abortion as her only option. Identify the SRHR issues, and in case there are any issues, as the Guild President of Mbarara University of Science and Technology, how would you address such an issue? Here is the scenario for you.
Yes, sir. Good evening once again, Masterians. The Bible says, let those who have ears hear. Yeah, so the scenario, since it was read during a very noisy environment created by some noisy hooligans, allow me to help you read it again. A female student frequently visits her boyfriend, often accompanied by her best friend. Over time, the best friend develops feelings for the boyfriend and eventually engages in a sexual relationship with him. She later discovers that she is pregnant and, feeling overwhelmed by shame, fear of judgment, and lack of support, begins to consider abortion as her only option. Identify the SRHR issues, and how would you as a guild president of MUST address such an issue? Now, the first issue we have here, the first issue I can identify from here is, first of all, the shame, the fear of judgment, and the lack of support surrounding girls and young girls who face and have to undergo pregnancy while they are students at the university. There is a very big gap as far as sensitization is concerned. We need to first of all educate and sensitize our young girls, our campus students, that getting pregnant at the university is not the end of your life. And while it might happen accidentally or intentionally, we need to make our girls at campus and even teenage girls out in the community understand that a pregnancy is not the end of the life. And most importantly, now allow me to tell you, dear Masterians, if you have any friend out there who by any chance got pregnant, please welcome them, support them, and do not critique them, because they are human just like you. And they make mistakes. Do not make them accountable for their mistakes. Now, as far as sleeping with the best friend's boyfriend is concerned, guys, do not cheat. Bambi, don't cheat. Eh? Those things are not good. And especially cheating in unprotected sex. Another issue I am seeing here is unprotected sex. If this girl had just slept with the best friend's boyfriend with protection, she probably would never have had this pregnancy in the first place. But the fact that she went there without protection caused her to get pregnant. Now, we need to make protection as accessible as possible. We need to make protection as accessible as possible to all the girls in this university and the gentlemen in this university. Because we all are very aware that it's easier for a gentleman to be protected than a lady. Female condoms are available, but they are not as easy to use. Another issue I am seeing is lack of accessibility to contraception. Now, we have to agree that yes, students at the university are in sexually active years. They need access to contraception. Because if by any chance they get pregnant, they will lose out on their academics, they will get social stigma, they may even lose their lives in the process. So can we make contraception more accessible for girls at our university? Can we make partnerships with companies like Lydia Postina? Can we make partnerships with them so that these emergency contraceptions are available to all students, especially girls of this university? Yeah? Easily accessible, at a small price. That is one of the things we have to do, because I know many of us, and I agree, many of us can get into those mistakes. But I want to tell you that with our leadership, those mistakes won't be crimes. Thank you. Those mistakes won't be crimes. We have had that partnership before between Lydia Pospil and the Mass Students Guild Ministry of Health. We are going to seek that partnership and bring it back to make emergency contraception accessible to our girls. Thank you so much. Again, let those who have ears hear. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, that was wonderful for both candidates. We want to go to the rebuttal, okay? This question is going to be general, so every answer that the other candidate gives, you have a chance to interject and ask questions if possible. Do we have two questions? You have A. So the question is, what proportion? It's a general question. It is not specific. It's a general. So any of you can start, and the other person has ability to rebuttal. Is that okay? Thank you. What proportion of the guild budget would you prioritize for addressing students' sexual and reproductive health and rights, needs, and why? What proportions of the guild budget, in case you go through, would you prioritize for addressing students' sexual, reproductive health, and rights needs, and why? Who wants to start? I want to give them. They want numbers. Okay, there are numbers in case no one wants to start. There are numbers here. Choose randomly. Whoever picks number 1, you get to the podium. I pardon the question. What proportion of the guild budget, in case you go through, would you prioritize for addressing students' sexual, reproductive health and rights needs, and why? Who is A? Are you A? You are B. Okay. You are free to interject where you want.
Gallant Masterians, it is really embarrassing seeing our elders, the so-called old students, fighting with the continuing students. So please, you leave the continuing students at least to enjoy their time. And also, for a candidate to call Masterians hooligans, I don't believe that we have hooligans here. So I am here to, at least first of all, I'll ask the candidate, when you come back here, please, you're going to apologize to the Masterians. You should apologize to these people calling them hooligans. That is one. Then, all these students, please, leave time for continuing students to shine. Well, the question is, what proportion of the guild budget should I prioritize if I go through, which I'm going to do? I'm the next guild president. To address students' sexual, reproductive, and right needs. So, from the previous regime, that is the statistics guild regime, we used over 134 millions in the regime. And from this money that we used as the guild, I am saying I am going to focus more of lobbying than focusing on students' money. Because even before becoming a guild president aspirant, I've always been a good person at robbing. I've always been good at robbing for money from outside. So I am saying we have a lot of NGOs that are ready to come on board and at least give support to the guild. You just need a person at lobbying. For example, we have in place the Reproductive Health Uganda. Reproductive Health Uganda is able to come on board and at least give support. They can give skilled laborers to come and support. They can give resources. They can easily finance all these reach outs like the Maspia project can handle. So I am saying we are going to use a small portion for this because I am the guild president. I am good at lobbying for funds from outside. I'm not going to focus more on the students' money that we collect. There are some activities that purely need this money for. For example, I am a person who believes that as must we've had a dormant community for so long, so we shall use this money more in social activities than things that we can always advocate for from outside. So as an advocate, as a person good at lobbying, I promise we shall use a small portion, but we shall end up achieving all the goals by a mere fact that I'm good at lobbying. So as my fellow candidate is coming here to address, I gave him one task to apologize to Masterians for calling them hooligans. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The noob candidate, please, you're welcome. Please take your seat. As you come, please, the NRM candidate, listen to him in case you have questions in what he's going to say. Means, Mr. Fonuk Ariho, if you have anything in what he has said that you want to ask him or clarify, you are still allowed. At the same time, you are allowed also to first give your view. Am I clear? Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, our moderators. Allow me to start by saying that there is already an internationally recommended proportion that governments and leaderships are supposed to prioritize for health issues. Now, I am going to prioritize SRHR issues, and of course, while partnerships of course are important, these are things that cannot be assured. Of course, we are going to partner, like I have already mentioned. We are going to look for even more funds to support our MPP project, but that cannot be enough. In fact, this lobbying and these funds cannot bring themselves. At the end of the day, you have to facilitate. At the end of the day, you have to look for these services, these tangible small things. Why should Masterians, a student of Mast, be buying, for example, condoms? While the guild budget may not cater for your condoms, we shall use our money in the guild to look for these things, to partner, to look for the necessary partnerships and bring our services closer. For example, the army equally has free condoms, which I can say are better acceptable in the community. So we are going to partner with the army to provide those ones for free. But now, where is our money going to be used? Where is our money going to be used? As a guild, we are going to use our money to sensitize our community about SRHR issues. Because at the end of the day, it is not enough to just know about these things. We need to understand them and see where to start from. So we are going to sensitize our community. And then, very importantly, we have a number of sexual harassment cases going on. In fact, recently, there was a rampant sexual harassment case. But the victims were not given any justice. We are going to use guild funds to take these sexual harassment offenders to court. We are going to hold them accountable, because it should not be acceptable that a student assaults a fellow student sexually and goes away unscathed. We are going to provide litigation measures so that any student who is sexually harassed gets their justice. because we have a number of cases going on. So, we are not going to only stop at lobbying and partnering and bringing these good outreaches into the university. We are going to actually follow up these cases and make sure all the victims get justice, because I know there are a number of victims here. There are a number of people who have been victimized by lecturers, fellow students, community members, and they barely get any justice. If the administration is not ready to take on these cases, then we are going to take them on as the Students' Guild. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, the NUP candidate. Thank you so much, the mass fraternity. A mass to A! A mass to A! A mass to A! Ra! Ja! 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 Okay. Thank you so much. I love that. I love the energy. I want to thank the candidates for brilliant ideas. At this time, we are going to allow one question from each of the candidates to ask another candidate. Mr. Ssebyatika, you have the chance to ask. After that, we shall also allow the audience to ask only one question to a candidate.
So I was asked that if after the candidate, after his presentation, I can come in and at least give my view and at least react from what he has said. So he has told us that he's going to use the students' money to take these people that harass students to courts of laws. So as a person who has ever been in the courts of laws, I understand there is no money that is enough in court. So when we are making our work plans, we submit the work plans to the dean's office. So what happens, what will happen if you submit a budget of taking these people to courts of laws and the dean of students reduces that, the scrap of that budget? I am saying, hello, I am saying, we were promised that our money is going to be used to buy HDMI cables. So, on addition of HDMI cables, they are going to add using money for courts of laws. So, where is he going to get the entire money that is going to buy the HDMI cables and the money that is going to take these people to courts of law? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. May I request the NUP candidate to come, respond to the question, and as you conclude, you will also ask one question to the NRM candidate.
Yes, thank you so much. Now, allow me, dear mass community, to remind you that we have a lot of misplaced priorities. We have a lot of misplaced priorities. This man has been part of the current regime, which used 6 million on IDs for GRCs. This man has been a Minister of Education, which is responsible for registering associations and clubs at a fee of 100K. Now, because of that, he has only registered 6 associations in his entire regime, yet MAST has over 30 associations. Who is eating that money? So, now, this is what I'm saying. We have misplaced priorities. We have people spending 70 million on a freshers ball. Can't we put aside 10 million and use it for litigation cases in our courts of law? Are some things hard to understand? Yeah? Now,
Okay, you have one.
allow me.
Mr. Lake, you have
Yes, sir. Yes. Allow me to first of all remind my fellow candidates that must has an already existing anti-sexual harassment policy with an already existing anti-sexual harassment committee. Now, he talked of creating a sexual harassment policy, yet it's already in existence, which means he's not informed.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
All we have to do is empower this committee,
Thank you so
make
much.
the student community aware of it, and make them aware of the policy and their rights, which is exactly what we are going to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Mr. Lake, you had a question. Can you please answer it in 30 seconds? What happens when the Dean's office reduces the budget meant to take harassers in courts of law? 30 seconds, please.
Now, like I mentioned before, we are going to dialogue and partner. There are a number of companies out there. There are a number of stakeholders who are ready to support young girls in tackling sexual harassment cases. They are there.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We are going to look for them and they find these cases in court.
Thank you so much.
This is not rocket science. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. A must oe! A must oe! Ra! Cha! Okay. Please, would like to conclude in the last 5 minutes. I want to request the NRM candidate if you would like to respond. After that, we shall have one question from each of the sides to... Okay, thank you. You have 2 minutes, please.
Thank you so much. So, I am here as your next guild president to let you know how this money is brought to the guild account so that you're well informed. There is no money that we are going to use to buy HDMI cables and also to get money for courts of laws. If a person, he has told me that I have been a minister of education, but I want to let him know that I was able to lobby for the replacement of science block faculty like in the boys. And then, wait, hello, Galan Masterians. I want to let you know, this man here has been a presidential advisor, has been the GRC halls, but I want to let you know, he has failed to lobby even for the man of subscription of the dish.
Thank you so much.
So,
thank you so much. Emma Soe. Z. Ra. Chia. Ararara. Okay. It's okay. So I've been informed. We are going to only one question from it. One question from this side. Can you please stand there? One question from this side. Asked. One question from this camp. Do you have any question to the NUP candidate? Do you have any question to the NUP candidate? Anyone with a question to the NUP candidate, come forward. Okay, thank you very much. Can I have the first person to ask?
What?
Can you please tell us the candidate you're asking?
I'm asking Henry. Yes. So, Henry, you said Okay, okay. I'm going to inform him and ask him also. Right now, people are watching. The subscription is there. And this is our GRC. For Gents Flat, this is the GRC. You get? Yes. And then a question is, Henry says he's a man of action. You get? He's a man of action, not of promises. Subscription is getting done tomorrow. You need the money now for subscription.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The question was about subscription. Can we have one more question to the NUP candidate, and then we shall request the candidates to answer? NUP candidate, one question. I ask the candidate.
Candidate Ariho. Yes, I'm going to be brief. While I was moving across, okay, let me ask. Okay, my question is, Candidate Ariho, while I was scrolling through certain So, Candidate Ariho, while I was scrolling through most of our groups here, where we are campaigning from, I came across a certain document where your name is indicated. And my question is, why are you pushing propaganda of the financial guidelines of guilds that did not own a guild account to be the same as the guidelines of the guild that owns a guild account? Yet, in a certain meeting where all GLCs, the VC, financial university department officers, and I don't know whether you attended that meeting. It took place at the University Inn.
Please summarize.
You were there, and you were informed that the guidelines of the guild account of this regime that owns the guild account will be given out, but they're not yet out. Why are you pushing that program?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can you please return to the audience? A must oe. Can we please extend as we conclude? Please, let's extend, protect our candidates and our judges. Please, let's extend. Please extend. If they are coming to answer, please extend. Let's have the judges protected. Okay. At this juncture, I'm going to request the candidates to please respond to the question, but also use 1 minute to conclude. Can we have candidate Lucky first? First answer the question, then use 1 minute to conclude.
So, people are angry that we have been demanding for accountability from the current guild establishment. How can someone... Now, we are guided by a students' guild constitution. It has very clear guidelines as to how budgets and accountabilities should be given. Now, we have been operating under a budget which has never been seen by anyone at the face of this university. We are demanding for a budget, and someone is saying it is unconstitutional. That we should, for us to demand for a budget is unconstitutional. How is that acceptable? Now, Masterians, let me open your eyes. The same people who chewed your money, the same people who increased your students' guild funds from 20 to 50,000, they do not want you to demand for that accountability. They want to control their accounts from their pockets. And unfortunately, the same leadership has fronted a formidable candidate by the names of Ssebyatika Henry to continue the eating, to continue the chewing. Now let me tell you, gallant Masterians, if you do not open your eyes today, you are doomed. Now open your eyes and see the unfairness, the injustice that you have been subjected to. We are demanding for accountability.
Thank you so much.
People are holding us against it.
Thank you so much.
Now let me tell you, let me remind you that true leadership is coming, that we are vaccinating the cabal, that we are changing mass leadership for the better.
Thank you so much, Honorable Lake. Thank you so much.
President Toy, a capable leader Zoe, a winning goal, a losing Z, self-seeker Z, manipulator Z.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Candidate Lake. Can we please allow the NRM candidate to have 1 minute to respond to the questions and 1 minute to conclude?
Unfortunately, the candidate has left the seat. The seat is very empty. Ekiri Presidento! Ekiri Presidento! SRFC Kazi! SRFC Kazi! And no propaganda Z! Over propaganda Z! Ra! Cha! Ra! Hello! Gallant Masterians, I want to let you know, it is action, not promises. We are here, not to be a puppet. We are not pushed by person. We are here as a real person. The next school president, Mbarara University, is Ssebyatika Henry.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
A winning team.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. At this juncture, I want to call off this debate.
Hello, DJ. Akarat Masterians, mumanyi wetulaga Soho Terrace.